Also summer, so let's do this. Alright, stem and leaf plots. I'm not sure whether I should.
A statistician for a basketball team tracked the number of points that each of the 12 players on the team had in one game, and then made a stem and the leaf plot to show the data. And sometimes it's called a stem plot. How many points did the team score? And when you first look at this plot right over here, it seems a little hard to understand. Under stem, you have 0, 1, 2. Under leaf, you have all of these digits here. How does this relate to the number of points each student or each player actually scored? And the way to interpret a stem and leaf plot is the leaves contain, at least the way that this statistician used it, the leaf contains the smallest digit, or the ones digit, in the number of points that each player scored, and the stem contains the tens digits. And usually the leaf will contain the rightmost digit, or the ones digits, and then the stem will contain all of the other digits. And what's useful about this is it gives kind of a distribution of where the players were. You see that most of the players scored points that started with a 0, then a few more scored points that started with a 1, and then only one scored points that started with a 2, and it was actually 20 points. So let me actually write down all of this data in a way.
Wait, it's this here. Okay. The 12th player on the team had their own game in the leaf plot to show the data. First did the team score. Stem and leaf. What does that mean? The team score.
That maybe you're a little bit more used to understand. Of the 2 with a 0, useful about this, stem will contain all of the other digits. And what's useful about this is it gives kind of a distribution of where the players were. You see that most of the players scored points that started with a 0, then a few more scored points that started with a 1, and then only one scored points that started with a 2, and it was actually 20 points. So let me actually write down all of this data in a way that maybe you're a little bit more used to understanding it. So I'm going to write the zeros in purple. So there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players had 0 as the first digit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wrote 7 zeros. And then this player also had a 0 in his ones digit. This player, I'm going to try to do all the colors. This player also had a 0 in his ones digit. This player right here had a 2 in his ones digit, so he scored a total of 2 points. This player, let me do orange. This player had 4 for his ones digit. This player had 7 for his ones digit. Then this player had 7 for his ones digit. And then, let me see, I'm almost using all the colors. This player had 9 for his ones digit. So the way to read this is you had one player with 0 points, 0, 2, 4, 7, 9, and 9. But you can see, I mean, it's kind of silly saying the 0 was the tens digit. You could have even put a blank there, but the 0 lets us know that they didn't score anything in the tens place. But these are the actual scores for those 7 players. Now let's go to the next row in the stem and leaf plot. So over here, all of the digits start with, or all of the points start with 1 for each of the players, and there's 4 of them. So 1, 1, 1, and 1. And then we have this player over here. It's his ones digit, or her ones digit, is a 1. So this player, this represents 11. 1 in the tens place, 1 in the ones place. This player over here also got 11. 1 in the tens place, 1 in the ones place. This player, let me do orange. This player has 3 in the ones place. So he or she scored 13 points. 1 in the tens place, 3 in the ones place, 13 points. And then I will do this in purple. This player has 8 in their ones place. So he or she scored 18 points. 1 in the tens place, 8 in the ones place, 18 points. And then finally, you have this player that has 2, the tens digit is a 2, and then the ones digit is a 0. I'll circle that in yellow. It is a 0. So he or she scored 20 points. So looking at the stem and leaf plot, we were able to extract out all of the number of points that all of the players scored. And once again, what was useful about this is you see how many players scored between 0 and 9 points, including 9 points, how many scored between 10 and 19 points, and then how many scored 20 points or over. And you see the distribution right over here. But let's actually answer the question that they're asking us to answer. How many points did the team score? So here we just have to add up all of these numbers right over here. So we're going to add up, I'll start with the largest. So 20 plus 18 plus 13 plus 11 plus 11, 13, 11, 11, plus 9 plus 7 plus 7 again, plus 4 plus 2. Did I do that right? We have 2 11s, then a 9, then 2 7s, then a 4, then a 2, and then these two characters didn't score anything. So let's add up all of these together. Let's add them all up. So 0 plus 8 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 1 is 12, plus 1 is 13, plus 9 is 22, plus 7 is 27, 34, 38, 30, or 40. So that gets us to 40. Let me do that one more time. 8, 11, 11, 12, 13, 29, add 3. I made a mistake the first time. 4 plus 2 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we get to 102 points. The team in total scored 102 points.
Okay.
The government created the following stem and leaf plot showing the number of turtles at each major zoo in the country. How many zoos have fewer than 46 turtles? So what the stem and leaf plot does is it gives us the first digit in each number, and essentially you could call this the tens place, and then it gives us the ones place. So there was only one zoo that had 4 turtles, so you could view this as 0, 0, 4, or 4 turtles. Then there's, well, let's see, so everything here, the tens place is a 1. So this number right over here is really an 11. This is a 14. This right over here would be a 16. That's a 16. And so forth and so on. This would be 17, 18. All of this is 23. This is 23. This is 26 because we have our tens place right over here. This is the first digit. So let's go answer the question. How many zoos had fewer than 46 turtles? So there are no zoos that had 40 anything turtles. And so all of these zoos here, so all of these had 30-something turtles, these had 20-something turtles, these have in the teens, this have single digits. So it's literally as many zoos as we have listed here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 zoos have fewer than 46 turtles. Let's do another one. The buyer for a chain of supermarkets created the following stem and leaf plot showing the number of coconuts at each of the stores. What was the smallest number of coconuts at any one grocery store? So the buyer for a chain of supermarkets created the following stem of leaf plots showing the number of coconuts at each of the stores. So at any one grocery store, the smallest number, well, that's this one right over here. And remember, it's not 2. We have our tens places right over here. It's a 1. So this right over here represents 12 coconuts at that store. So we'll put 12 right over here. Let's try it on another one. A statistician for a chain of department stores created the following stem and leaf plot showing the number of watches at each of the stores. How many department stores have exactly 7 watches? Well, that's only this one right over here. 0, 7 watches. This one right, this, and that one are not 7. This is representing 17 because it's in the row with 1 at the beginning. This right over here, there's only one. Zookeeper created the following stem and leaf plot showing the number of tigers at each major zoo in the country. How many zoos have more than 24 tigers? So we can ignore the zeros and the teens, and we get into the 20s. This is 25, so that meets the criteria. And then you go to 28, 29. So all of these in the 30s, and all of these right over here. This 30, this doesn't mean 0 tigers. This is 30 tigers. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 zoos have more than 24 tigers. 9 zoos, and we're done.
Okay. Why are you doing this? I have a reading. Okay. A zookeeper published the following stem and leaf plot showing the number of bears at each major zoo in the country. How many zoos have exactly 16 bears? So 0. Showing the number of bears at each major zoo. Many zoos have exactly 16 bears. 0. Okay, statistician. Okay. Showing the number of pairs of glasses at each of the stores. Okay. How many department stores have fewer than 38 pairs of glasses? 38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 38 pair. 11. Statistician created the following stem and leaf plot showing the number of pairs of glasses at each of the stores. So this has 9 pairs of glasses. How many department stores have fewer than 38 pairs of glasses? So 30, 12, 30, this one. So it's 12. It's not the 0. It's confusing. As showing the number of lizards at each major zoo in the country. Number of lizards. Each major zoo. How many zoos have more than 26 lizards? So here we got 26 lizards. The number of lizards at each major zoo. So here we got 26 lizards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 30. And leave showing the number of tigers at each major zoo in the country. Number of tigers, this one. What was the smallest number of tigers at any one zoo? 7. 7. The regional manager of a chain department store created a plot showing the number of pairs of boots at each of the stores. Okay. How many department stores have fewer than 60 pairs of boots? All of them. 1, 2, 5, 9, 10. Done. Article, stem and leaf, display numerical data by splitting each data point into a leaf. The last digit displays splitting each data point into a leaf, usually the last digit and the stem, the leading digits or digits. For example, the buyer or a chain of departments. Okay, data sets. Just one, so 1, 17, 18. Okay, creating a stem. Here's how step will use. Okay. Well, starts with 1, 17. Yep, 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 yep. A zookeeper published the following stem and leaf plot showing the number of bears at each major zoo in the country. Number of bears at each. Okay. How many zoos have exactly 26? 2. Okay. Up next, quiz 1. Time for quiz 17 to 22 minutes. 6 questions. Let's go. The following frequency table shows the number of players on the bouncing Tigers score team. Okay, number of scoring players, number of matches. How many matches have there been this year? Number of matches. That shows the number of players on the bouncing Tiger soccer team that have scored during each match this year. 1, 2. Okay, wait. Number of matches. Number of scoring players. Number of players on the bouncing Tigers soccer team scored during each match this year. Number of scoring players 0. Matches 1. Number of scoring players 1. 1 scored in 2 matches. 2 scored in 4 matches. 3 scored in 0 matches. 4 scored in 1 match. What does that mean? How many matches have there been this year? Scored during each match this year. That have scored during each match this year. Number of matches. Number of scoring players. Number of matches. How should I know that? The following frequency table shows the number of players. This is the number of players. This doesn't matter. That have scored during each match this year. So I got 0 players scored 1 match, only 1 match. And I got 1 scored, 1 player scored in 2 matches, and 2 players scored in 4 matches, and 3 players scored in 0 matches, and 4 scored in 1 match. One, two, three, four, five. Each match this year. I'd say 5. 5? Because this is number of matches. Notice that there is none above 5. 4 matches. Say 5. Number of scoring players. Zero scoring players, zero players. One more house in one match, four matches in one match. So how is this possible? This doesn't give us how many matches. How many matches in a soccer team? 5, 7, 1. It doesn't. 5, 7, 8. 8 matches. How? I don't get it. This is the number of if there is zero players scored in one match. Okay. A zookeeper created the following stem and leaf plot showing the number of tigers at each major zoo in the country. How many zoos have fewer than 13 tigers? 1, 2, 2. Melanie went on an enchanted walk through the magical rainforest. The frequency table below shows the number of legs that each of the 8 creatures she saw had. Number of creatures, number of legs. 0 legs, 2 creatures. Okay. Using this data, create a dot plot where each dot represents a creature. So 0 represents a creature. 0, 2, and I got 1, 1, and I got 2, 2 legs, 3 creatures, 2 legs, 3 creatures, and I got 3, 2 creatures. Okay, how many pumpkins have a mass between 9 and 12 grams, then between 0 and 3? 0 and 3, I got 4 pumpkins. I got 9 and 12. 9 and 12, I got 6. 6 minus 4, 2. 2. Okay, the following represents the final exam scores for each student in Salma's first period class. The data create a histogram. Number of students and test score. Number of students. From test score from 20, from where do we start? From 57. From 40 to 60. 40 to 60, I got 1 student. Am I correct? So here 40, 1. And then from 60 to 80, from 60 to 80, I got 1, 2, got 1, 2, 3. And from 80 to 100, the rest. We got 92. I got 1, 2, 3. I don't think so. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4. So 4, 3, and 1. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Data points represents how many fish you caught in each tournament. Using this data, create a frequency table. Number of fish, number of tournaments. How many fish you caught in each tournament. Number of fish, 27. Tournament. So I got 27. 1, 2, 3, 3, 26, 1, 25, 1, and I got 28, 1, 2, 2, and that's 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is it for today. Thank you guys for sticking around. Bye.